Here we go. Good.
Okay, we should be going in a moment.
Wait, hold on. Let me just turn up the volume here on my end so I can hear you guys.
Okay.
Okay, that should be better. Better. Okay.
Right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Share the Love Sundays. And we've got a brilliant guest for you today. We have got a gamer again.
Oh, we're so excited, aren't we?
And we're getting so cool.
Yeah.
We'd love you to meet TTBurger88, aka Tony. Hello, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Hello, Lucy. Hello, Julie. Nice to be here. I'm happy to be a part of this beautiful Sunday morning. Definitely, even though we're just finished up the holiday season here, and it's still that holiday extravaganza with the shopping and everything like that. But it's all going well here.
Yeah, we're all here. We survived.
Yeah. How was your Thanksgiving, Tony?
Good, even though I had to work in the evening and stuff like that. It was still good though. I mean, there wasn't really much to miss out anyway because of COVID going on. There wasn't really much to miss.
Yeah, it's a bit different this year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We had a traditional Thanksgiving, didn't we, Lucy, at my house?
Mum did turkey.
Yeah, and all the trimmings, yeah, with Roger, yes. So we did the usual. We're so American now, Tony. We're doing the whole American thing, so which is lovely.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us this holiday season.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me on here, Lucy, Julie. Thank you for having me on here.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Who have we got on the chat so far, Lucy?
We've got Dad. Hello, Dad.
Hi.
Thanks for coming. Roger. Hi, Roger. And Nathan B, 1992.
Hi,
Hello.
Nathan. Lovely.
Wow, a lot of people here already. Cool.
Yeah. Keep beans. Thank you for coming. If you have a question for Tony as we go through today, just pop it in the chat and we'll check in with you guys periodically.
Okay, so let's kick it off, Tony. Can you just explain what your channel's about and why you started your channel?
Well, TTBurger88 is a game reviewing channel, but it's not like other gaming channels. Like this is a gaming reviewing channel where it talks about like games on like the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4 mainly. PlayStation 5 don't know yet because I don't own that console. I don't think I will get one yet, depending on how the system is like further down the line or stuff like that. And I'm mainly more of a classic gamer when it comes to the PlayStation 2. So you'll mainly see videos on those two consoles, but there are some PS3 games that I still do as well, and with some PS4. So just so those of you who own a PS3 and PS4, yeah, they're up there for you too. And you asked me why I started this channel. Well, I really like video games, and I really like the PlayStation, and I noticed that there are like a lot of games that a lot of people on the PlayStation didn't even really know about, and me being a big PlayStation collector, like collecting things like in the long boxes and like been collecting these games since like 1998 or so, and I just wanted to like share people my experiences on the games that I grew up with to get them interested in what they like too. I mean, like people know about games like Tekken and Ridge Racer and all that stuff, which Tekken is a favorite video game franchise of all time. But there are a lot of games that people don't know about, and when you review these underrated games, it gets them popular and it gets more popularity to your channel.
Do you get excited, Tony, when you're going online or you're looking around and you see a game that you've wanted for a long time but you haven't been able to get, or you discover a brand new game that you didn't know about? Does that happen very often?
Oh yes, it does. Like there are certain PS4 games that I do not that I have not owned in the past, but I've gotten I did not know about. I'm surprised like why I never heard about the series before or anything like that. Or so like perfect example would have to be Starblade Alpha, which is like a real shooter by Namco, and it is a very rare game to find though. Like these days you'll spend like about like $80 and maybe even more because like trying to find it on Amazon is like finding a needle in a haystack because the game is so rare. I mean, I got mine for like $80, which isn't really that bad compared to games like let me think of a very expensive game on the PS1. The Misadventures of Trombone. That's a very expensive game. You'll pretty much spend over like $500 for that in certain places.
Wow.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's like yeah.
I know I go out in the UK with my daughter's fiance, Aaron, and whenever we go past a charity shop, he'll dive in and he'll look through. And sometimes he'll find things in there, in these sort of small charity shops that, hidden away. And he's very excited when he finds something like that.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I was just going to ask you, because a lot of games seem to be, you just download them nowadays, don't you? Do you ever miss that, like, physical box, or do you still insist on having the physical box, or does that really not interest you?
I insist on having the physical copy because I like to collect the stuff, and physical copies, I just like to collect physical copies of games. Like when you download them, if your console breaks, then 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 they're like affect it down the digital copy forever. So like with physical copy, yeah. I mean, I shouldn't say that because like when our Xbox 360 Red Ring, like it kind of affected some copies of some of my older games. So in order for it to work, I had to get a brand new copy of a game. But I was like Microsoft, so but PS3 hasn't really or PS4 never really did that stuff. But yeah, I just like to do stuff physical. The only time I'll ever download digital is if it's only digital. So like that's just very rare. If they have a physical copy, it's best to get the physical copy.
I remember like when I used to play PS2 games when I was a teenager, like excitement of opening the box. Like you'd bring it home, you'd rip it open, you'd put your disc in. There was like a build up, wasn't there? That I sometimes feel like you miss nowadays when you download stuff. A bit like CDs and that.
Or like jewel cases too. And spoiler, next episode, this series, and thought I might spoil it what there, but before people just want to know, yeah, Vigilante next.
You heard it here first, everybody.
Yes, if you've got a question for Tony, please let us know. And hello, VIP Kid Teacher Kasie.
Hi,
Thank you so much for joining
Hello,
us.
Kasie.
Welcome.
Okay, so how do you make your channel stand out from the crowd, Tony? Because there are so many gaming channels out there. Do you sort of have you got a niche? Do you want to niche down? Do you want to expand? How do you do that to make yours different from the rest?
Well, because I mainly focus on the consoles I own. I mean, because right now, I mean, all I have are Sony consoles. I had like the GameCube and N64 and all that stuff, but just to, like because of room, like when we moved, we didn't have room for all these consoles, so I pretty much like I started becoming a Sony person and stuff. But the thing is, like when me becoming exclusively Sony was like here's the story there. When our 360 Red Ring the second time, I was pretty much done. I just stuck exclusive to like Sony consoles because like with the PlayStation 3, and I didn't really have any problems with it with the Red Ring of Death or anything like that. And I was like going through my second Xbox 360 Red Ring at there, so that's it. I'm done because like it's like this is a pain in the neck because like we went through three different consoles of Xbox 360 before we got one that worked properly. Like the first one that we had, it worked from late June 2006 to like think like late September 2006. So it wasn't that long at all.
Not
It
good.
wasn't that long at all. And the second one lasted from early October 2006 to early June 2008. So that one lasted longer. And then the third one lasted from early June 2008 to like I think it was like late April, no, mid April 2010. So they only lasted like most 2 years. But like the first one, yeah, that one was just like yeah, because we didn't know anything about the Red Ring of Death at the time. And the PS3 wasn't out, so which didn't know any better. But then when I got my PS3 for Christmas and I started liking it better, it had better games and the games were Blu-ray, so they didn't scratch easily. That's why I started sticking to those games, to that system because I wanted the PS3, but due to how expensive it was, like it cost $600 when it came out. It was good to wait until more games came out for it, and that's what happened.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Gaming does seem like an expensive hobby. Do you have any tips for people who might be interested in starting playing games, but they're like, oh, I don't know what to play. It's so expensive. You know, do you have any tips and tricks for how to get started?
Well, it depends on what type of genre people enjoy. If you like fighting games like that, or like a PlayStation 2, I would definitely recommend like the Tekken franchise or the Soul series, like Soul Blade, Soul Calibur, or Mortal Kombat. Or if you want to go way back before, like for the launch of the PlayStation, I definitely would recommend checking out Battle of the Ring Toshin did. The first one was not that good, but the second, third one were better. Or if you want to talk about PlayStation 2, there's Tekken Tag Tournament, which was one of the launch titles for the PlayStation 2. And there's also Soul Calibur 2, and there's also Bloody Roar 3. In fact, all the Bloody Roar games except for the fourth one are good. And of course, more like with Mortal Kombat, and like there's like so many fighting game franchises too. But like if you like racing, just recommend Ridge Racer, the Need for Speed games that came out, like the ones before they went they went all underground, they went all like Fast and Furious like that and stuff like Need for Speed.
Yeah.
or Burnout if you want a race game with like crashes in them or so, or Motorstorm if you want some like off-road racing like Motorstorm where you drive like a rally car, a big rig truck, or a mud plugger, all that stuff, or Test Drive Off-Road, or those were not so bad. Or if you want to talk about survival horror, the original Resident Evil games, or Dino Crisis, or Parasite
Mhm.
Eve, or if you want to get technical, the expensive Rule of Rose, the expensive Rule of Rose, or like First Shooters, I recommend Doom or Medal of Honor or Duke Nukem, and
Yeah.
or Killzone and all that stuff too. So it's like
Yeah.
that's basically the best tips I can give. But just like buy whatever system interests you and stuff. Like
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So do you, I like puzzles and words. What would you recommend for me?
well, you like puzzles and you like puzzles and like quest and what say you like puzzles and what words?
Words, questions. Yeah, and I quite like, something a bit scary too.
Well, then I'd say puzzle solving and words probably Resident Evil or Dark Crisis
Oh,
or
that's what
Paris.
Nathy B has been
Yeah, I can imagine
Showing
this one playing Resident Evil. We hear the screams from halfway down the road.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't.
here's a tip, Julie. If you do play with Resident Evil, I recommend playing as the female character Jill Valentine because she can carry more items than the male character Chris Redfield, and she can use the
Oh,
lockpick to open certain doors.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're talking our language now, Tony.
Oh yes, I'm making notes now.
And I guess I should admit that I do like playing as female characters in video games. I mean, I like playing them as more than playing as male characters. I mean, I remember how that started. Playing Tekken 2 at my cousin's house, playing as the character Michelle Chang, and ever since I like playing as female characters in video games ever since. I mean, some people think it's weird, but I don't think it's weird. I mean, there's nothing wrong with playing that stuff. I just like doing that stuff.
No, whatever you fancy, whatever
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's one thing I like about your channel is all the badass female characters that you play as.
I knew that was one of the things you liked about it, Lucy. I knew that was one of the things you liked about it because like just that you two being female, so that I figured that's what you liked about it. But like
Oh yes, we like that. Yeah, yes, we very much so. Oh, actually, Lucy's dad has got a question.
Oh, let's see. Oh, Dad wants to know what was the first game you remember?
playing in general.
I guess so. Yeah.
Oh, that's easy. Super Mario World. That's the very first game I ever played, and I remember the story. I was like 4 years old, and my dad's he's gonna show me the new game he got. He got done using the restroom, and he showed me the game. And it was Super Mario World, and that's how I started my love for video games.
Yeah, those games are fun.
Good times there, like the Super Nintendo and stuff, and Nintendo 64. But something about PlayStation was just like what interests me more when it came to Sony. So it interests me more because I don't know if it's because the games being I don't know if it was like the games being on CD or something like that, or I don't know because I don't know. I mean, just something about it I like.
Yeah, can relate to that.
Yeah.
Should we check in with teacher Kasie? Says Mortal Kombat was popular when I was a kid, lol. And then she goes on to say, yes, girls rule.
Yeah, because I don't know if you saw my Mortal Kombat videos, Lucy, but like I'm sure you've seen me playing like Queen Sindel and Sonya Blade and all of them. I don't know if you saw those, but yeah, like I decided like playing as them. I will not play as Scorpion or Sub-Zero because Scorpion and Sub-Zero are overrated. I don't see why people like them so much. They're just two ninjas, like yellow and blue. I don't get why people like them so much, but whatever.
Yeah. We can play.
I just love how you say how it is, Tony.
Oh yeah, you're ruthless.
And you really, it's no sort of messing about. You get straight to the point. You say why you like it, but you also say why you don't like it.
Yeah.
And explain why you don't like it, which is really good to watch and listen to. And I love it in your discussions with other gamers too. It gets a bit heated sometimes if you get a difference of opinion.
Yeah, that is the best part of those like discussion videos where like you two have disagreement. It can turn into an argument, but just then again, like you both respect other people's opinions, and that's basically what makes it good and fun in the end.
Yeah, exactly. It's great to see the passion there because it's like everything. What one person likes, another person doesn't necessarily, and it's good to get different aspects of that, and that argument. And
I think it was Nathy B when he came on. Remind us, Nathy B. I think you were saying like the different console rivalry that goes out there. Everyone's got their preference.
Oh yeah, because I remember when the 360 PS3 came out, it was a big console war. It was a big console war. Like it was like boys versus girls. It was like that thing.
Yeah.
It was one of those type of things.
Yeah, it's really interesting, especially because we don't play that many games. We're kind of watching it from outsiders and we're kind of learning all this stuff from channels like yours. And it's so interesting to see this whole other world, of,
Yeah.
you know,
And how far games have progressed from when we used to, when I used to play, when they sort of
in the 80s.
Oh yeah,
when they very first came out, and
yeah, like
how
8-bit
things have
games.
changed.
Yeah, like with 8-bit games, or if we want to get technical, like the Magnavox Odyssey, which was like the David Jin, if it's James Old Angry Billionaire talked about too, or like those type of games too. Like it's amazing how graphics have become and how game has become and stuff. But of course,
Yeah.
like it's just. However, one of the reasons why I prefer classic game more is that you don't have to worry about DLC or anything like that, because like all the stuff's on the disc here, like this game here. I imagine if Vigilante 8 was released today, like you see these cars here on the back. This is only some. This is only at least some of them. But imagine if like half of them, like imagine like if this school bus and this car here with only two unlocked, you had to pay to buy the other stuff. I can see that happening, and the rest of the stuff here would have to pay for DLC. But sure, like they had to, like you had to like beat the game and do things to unlock them, but they were still all in the game. That's one thing I do not like about gaming these days. It's just like all the DLC and loot box microtransactional stuff you have to pay. It's like you're buying a game and you can't even play half it because half the content's locked.
Oh, that is so isn't that annoying when they keep wanting to pay out and pay out and pay out? I mean, parents must hate that too, they get it for the kids, and they've already gone to this as far as they could go, and then that's it, it's just
it's a bit naughty,
it's a bit naughty. Yeah, I can see why the companies do it, but it's
yeah, I agree, Lucy. But the perfect example of that is Drakengard 3. I wanted the Japanese audio, but the only way to get the Japanese audio is by spending. I think it was like spending like $10 or so just to get the Japanese audio, and it was a 1 GB file. So to keep my PS3 after about 8 hours and stuff before I can even play it. It was like
frustrating.
And like with the game like Mega Dimension of Trinity V2, when I first got it, I had to pay 50 cents to get the Japanese audio. And I like when it comes to those JRPGs like that, I like to play with the Japanese audio because it's much better. And I mean, and I'm a big fan of Japan and anime as well. So yeah, that's one reason why.
I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah, we've got some Japanese gamers on, that we've subscribed to.
They're all asleep right now. But...
Yeah.
We can say at the moment anything we like, but obviously they watch on playback, then perhaps not. Yeah, it's fascinating to see all the different types out there, and I don't know, have you tried VR like Nathy B? Have you ever tried that I don't know if you call it a console, that
virtual reality?
Yeah.
Wait, are you asking me or asking Nathy B?
No, I'm asking you.
Virtual reality? Yes, I have tried it, and just said it's not something that you would play all the time, because virtual reality is good for a short time, but then you start getting a headache and stuff. I remember I remember the first time I did virtual reality was like at Dave and Buster's with their virtual world. That was fine because only for 7 minutes. But can you imagine doing that stuff longer than 7 minutes? You'll get a big headache and stuff. I mean, I like the idea of virtual reality, but still like. The VR thing is just a gimmick that's just gonna go away for a new gimmick and stuff in the future. Like, I mean, like we already did the VR. It makes me wonder what they would do next for that. I don't know. That's a question I don't have the answer to.
Interesting. No, somebody said, I don't know if it was you, Lucy, maybe it was 3D, real 3D, where it comes out of the TV or something. I don't know.
Yeah. They've got to keep finding new things, I suppose, to keep people hooked and keep people buying the new consoles, buying the latest things to keep making the money. So
and that's the thing. One thing that, like, when you see trailers for new games coming up and see how good the graphics look, it sucks you into wanting to get the new console. But just that right now, I don't have any more room for a new console. I'm fine with my console I have now. I mean, that game, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, I just beat it yesterday. It was shorter than the other Marvel Spider-Man, but still, like, there's pretty much not really much of a difference between the PS4 version and the PS5 version for like a smoother frame rate or so. So like when it comes to that stuff, like I mean. The only time I ever bought the game on a different console that was remastered that was like the Yakuza franchise for here are some reasons why. one, the first game did not have the Japanese audio, and the English audio was not very good. And second, the graphics for the PS2 version that do not really age well. And the PS4 versions had extra content than there were in the other versions, so you were able to get them fine. So you didn't feel like you were getting just a remaster with just like a new coat of paint or thing. It just had more stuff in it, and so that's why I prefer versions. And those I may review in the future, but they're very long. You have to have like they're like very, very long. Like I think like 20 hours so you'll be spending a lot of time with that. That's for sure.
Yeah,
oh gosh, that's a lot of time. Yeah.
Do you ever like feel the pressure to get the latest games or the latest console for the channel to like show people, okay, this is the coolest, newest thing? Or do you think people are still interested in those kind of nostalgic games that they played when they were younger?
Well, people still have those nostalgic memories, like depending on how old they are, and still like they'll still have those nostalgia, like growing up with a certain game, a certain console like that. But I don't feel like any pressure to get the newest console right away because I'm more of like an old school guy and stuff like that. But I know like some people said to me that like the trend on YouTube is for like current games like that, which I understand it, but like it's just if you look at people like Angry Video Game Nerd James Rolfe, he reviews like older games all the time. So that and he got like popular doing that and stuff because like he was one of the very first game reviewers who did stuff that on Cinemaster and YouTube. So that's why. But still like. It's like a lot of those people like Angry Video Game Nerd and like RMA21 and stuff like inspired me because like they had these passion for games and I related to them really well because they like all these old games too that I enjoy. And I mean like sure people say why would you want to play those old games when the graphics are not that good? I don't care for the graphics. I care about the fun factor and stuff. If you take like when it comes to games like this this is Cool Board. It's a snowboarding game. Like it still I mean some of these games are not in the first series are not very good. But if you look at the sequel, Cool Borders 2, it definitely still has a fun factor to it. However, unlike these two, Cool Borders 3 and Cool Borders 4, not so much because like they have way too many problems, but the first two still hold up well, even though the first one is light on content and everything like that. But still, like compared to like if they were to make these days, it'd be like lots of content and all that stuff, and you would have to pay a lot of money to buy them and stuff like this.
It's like movies, isn't it? Sometimes the first one, maybe the second one's really good, but when they start doing 3, 4, and 5,
they should have given it up at 2.
Yes, what's going
like
on
a
in the
TV
chat, Lucy? Oh, sorry, Tony.
It's like a TV show that goes on for many seasons. Like, for example, Degrassi.
Exactly.
They always say less is more, but sometimes they don't listen to that.
Well, it's money making at the end of the day. If you like the first one, you're probably going to get the second and the third, I suppose.
And then wished you hadn't got the fourth.
Definitely. Because like perfect example of that is Degrassi: The Next Generation. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Degrassi, a show from Canada. Degrassi started off in the 70s with Kids Degrassi Street, then Degrassi Junior High, then Degrassi High, then Degrassi Schools Out. Then 2001 comes Degrassi: The Next Generation. They should have ended season 7, but they ran for 7 more seasons, and then we had the new series, Degrassi Next Class, which ended after 4 seasons there, and that went on way too long, and it got boring after a while. It's kind of same with South Park and The Simpsons and SpongeBob and stuff. Like those are still going on, and you could tell they're running out of ideas, but to keep them going because like they have no other choice is what it is. I believe.
It does feel like that for sure.
Yeah. Lucy, check in on the chat.
I know. I see we've got some new people. Let's check in with Teacher Kasie first. We're going back a bit. Sorry, we haven't checked in with the chat for a minute. But Teacher Kasie says, when my students ask me my favorite superhero, I say Wonder Woman.
Good choice.
Yes. And she says, I love Japan. I lived for 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, would love to go.
Oh, absolutely. That's definitely on the bucket list.
Yeah. And Three-Way Theory, welcome. Very welcome. Old games are great, fun, and takes you right back to the childhood.
And the challenge and the memories too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's so true. Exactly. And you'd come home from school, you'd get your console out. And I did all that.
You did? You're cooler than we all thought.
Yeah,
it's been a while, but
it was like that. It was like that every Friday home from school. Like you go home from school, I'd spend an hour watching the VH1 countdown. I was a fan of that show for 19 years before it went off the air and stuff like that. But like, or after that, or getting home, you can play your video games, and then you just call the weekend there. You have your friends over doing that stuff. It's just fun times right there.
So
And
much fun.
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm slightly buzzing because Jessie's been saying she's going to come for ages, but obviously the time difference. Jessie Taylor's here, everybody.
Jessie Taylor!
Welcome.
I just talked to you this morning on Discord, Jessie. So hey, how you doing, Jessie?
No way! Hi, Jessie. Very happy to watch from here, ladies. No sleeping. Here we come. Hashtag coffee keeps me awake at 1 a.m.
Wow.
I don't drink.
For joining us live. That's fantastic. All the way from Japan.
Buzzing.
So you two guys were in contact earlier today. Tony.
Wait. Who said that? Jessie said it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't know who you're talking about. I got a little slow side.
Sorry, we went a bit cray there.
No, you're fine, Lucy, you're fine.
Yeah, so can you explain what Discord is? Because I know you mentioned it to me briefly and I still haven't looked into it. You have a Discord group, is that right?
It's kind of like Skype, but for gamers mainly and stuff like that. But anyone can join. Like I prefer doing that over Skype because like it's more friendlier than Skype because like Skype is just not as fun as it used to be. I very rarely use it. Like I mainly use it to talk to the guy who I made the PlayStation 5 video with and stuff like that, or so. But I really don't use it much, really. It's really stuff. I don't really use it. I just mainly use Discord because, like, it's just it's easier. So that's why I was saying you should definitely recommend looking into it. You don't have to be a gamer to join Discord. I mean, yeah, it's mainly for games, but there's like other groups you can join there too. But if you ever but if you ever make a Discord list, let me know and I'll send you the link to my Discord group, TTBurger88. The group building up slowly so that I haven't been as active on it lately because of work and like and stuff like that. And of course I've been hanging out with my girlfriend too and stuff. So like I haven't been active on it that much, but still like I try to be as active on it as much as I can.
Great.
Sounds
yeah,
cool.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll teach them a thing or two about all things gaming.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'm here to support my fans, and I like to talk to my fans too. So people who are watching this,
Nice.
just join to just try and find my group on there if you can.
Amazing.
Yeah, we'll send us a link, and we'll put the link on the description.
Yeah.
I'll definitely do that. Do you want me to do it right now, or wait till we're done?
No, wait till the end. We'll put it on when the video takes a while to upload, so it will be on tomorrow on YouTube.
Yeah.
So it takes a while to process.
Oh, good. I'm off tomorrow anyway, so that'll be perfect for me to check it out then.
Great.
Perfect.
And don't forget, guys, in the chat, please, if you've got a question for Tony or you've got a comment, please don't feel shy and pop it in.
I've just seen Jessie said, no wonder TT Burger stopped replying to me. He was here. Yeah, sorry, Jessie, we stole him.
We stole him, sorry. Now you know. Okay, so Tony, have you got any funny stories about filming or about interacting with other gamers or subscribers? Anything funny that's happened to you while you've been doing this channel?
Well, like I guess I can mention something funny. Like when I was making one of my Tekken videos, right as I was about to make it, I noticed that I had the case of the game upside down, and I didn't realize it. And like one time I was trying to film another video, I actually was holding the back of the game instead of the front. And I was like, oh, how did I not notice this? Because usually I figured out why, because I was holding the game like here, I couldn't see what I was doing. And then when I saw it, oh crap, I gotta fix this. And thankfully I was able to fix it. I think I was like, man, imagine that would happen, because it was some my Parasite Eve 2 video. I actually did it, but it was too late. It was too late to fix that, because
Aww.
yeah.
Oh, isn't it annoying when that happens? Usually, if we do something, there'll be somebody out there in the comments who will definitely point it out.
It's like, hey, your thing's upside down or so.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Easily done though, because you're thinking about what you're saying, and your brain's elsewhere, and your hands are just doing their own thing.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
because I don't script my videos. There are times, but usually,
No.
I do make outlines for them. But sometimes I won't make any outline, because depending on how easy the game's reviewed, you don't need an outline. But if you need if it is a little bit tough, you got to make like an outline. Like perfect example, I haven't really played this game much, but if I were to review this, it would probably need an outline because like it's an action adventure game with stories like that. So yeah, it probably would need more work or so. Is what I mean there. So,
Yeah, we do something similar actually. We do an outline. We do script,
believe it or not.
Yeah. We do sort of do an outline and then we don't really stick to it.
Yeah.
We go quite off, you know, we go on a sort of a bit of a chat about something and you get, you know, but you try and you do need a framework to rein it in a bit, don't you? And to make salient points.
Yeah, definitely, because like I noticed that like when you do make outlines, it actually it's easier, but just that sometimes if you have a lot going on, you don't really have time to make an outline. You're just gonna like say it on the fly there and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you, because you're playing the game, aren't you? Do you record that separately, or are you like playing the game and talking at the same time, or do you play and then you do a voiceover?
I record it separately, but like I wouldn't mind making a video wherever I'm recording while I play. I wouldn't mind doing that at all. I mean, if I have to do it, then then I'll do it. But like I thought about doing it, but just like when you make Let's Plays, yeah, that's me recording while I play the game. But usually when I make a review, no, I don't really do that. But I've thought about it. Being like just that I feel like depending on how good you are at the game or stuff like that, then yeah, you do that. But right now, no, I just like record them separately because I just don't kind of do that. But I'll probably change in the future though.
Yeah. It must be hard to talk concisely and play because if something dramatic happens, you're off, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, hard to keep to the point.
Yeah.
And a lot of people review games like that on YouTube, but still, like, I mean, it's sure, like, there's nothing wrong with that. I just prefer my method where I just like record the footage, make the outline, then record my lines, and then put it all together. It is, I mean, like, sometimes like other problems happen too when you record. Like, sometimes for some reason your volume will not be down. Your volume will not be loud enough, so you gotta like mess around with the audio or so. But I use two different editing softwares, Camtasia 8 and Camtasia 9, for multiple reasons. For sometimes though, Camtasia 8 can like freeze and crash on you, and if you don't save, you have to start all the work over. I don't know if you saw the reviews of like Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy. Like with that review, it kept crashing like every 15-20 minutes.
That's stressful.
Yeah.
It took forever, and I know why, because I had so much game footage that it pretty much overloaded the program, and it kept crashing so much and stuff. It's just like I thought I'm never gonna get this done because like it was like Saturday and I wanted to get it done Saturday because like an upload Monday and then like Sunday didn't happen here, so I was like Jesus Christ, it's just taking forever. And like
we feel.
I feel everything you're saying. Yeah, like in my heart and soul, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I mean, mine doesn't crash too much, but if it occasionally does and I haven't saved, it's like.
Oh God!
It gets very frustrating. We just want to yell at your computer because it just gets so frustrating, Lucy. It just gets so frustrating.
I'm such a mellow person normally, but that'll set me off.
I'll know when it's happened. I'll get this very strong message. All caps,
I'm the same way. I'm mellow as well, but just like when stuff like that happens, it does frustrate you. I mean, like when making the Detroit Become Human review, that was easier because I just took the footage from my PS4 and put it on there, so I didn't have to worry about it crashing as much. So because it was more stable for some reason, so that was easier. That was easier to make and stuff. But like I don't know if you saw some of my older videos, like some of my very first videos, like how the quality looked different, all of them. It's because I had a different capture device called the Adaptive Game Bridge. But then when my friend Counter Gamer told me about the Razer Ripsaw, I've been using it ever since, and it's easier, you know, to worry about because the Adaptive Game Bridge does not work on this computer. I had to pull out an old laptop that had Windows XP on it to use, and that was frustrating because like having to take the thing out, then put it next to the hard drive, put it on this, and then like got Camtasia to the editing program, it wouldn't work as good. So I had to like render the game footage videos, and they came out blurry at times. So I think that's it. I'm going to try something different here, and I'm going to use the Razer Ripsaw, and I'm gonna do that instead. But
so what is it you use now, Tony? What is it you use? Because people are interested for that.
The Razer Ripsaw.
Razer Ripsaw. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I use this. I've been using it for a few years, and it works a lot better. Only problem is that some of the games, the lighting is kind of dark, but like that's not the big issue because there's like a lot of games, like older games, when they get a flat screen TV, the lighting will look dark on them, especially when playing Resident Evil Code Veronica. That's one of the darkest looking games you'll ever play. It's very easy to get lost, and that's one of the reasons why I don't really play that game much because it's one of the harder Resident Evil games, and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of those games look incredibly difficult.
Mm.
You die a lot and it's very hard to pass some of the levels.
Is there any game, Tony, where you've just given up and you think, I have, wasted hours of my life on this and I still can't get past this stage? Is there any time when you just
Oh
think,
yes.
that's it?
Oh yes.
That's it. It's the game, it's not me. I'm just not doing it anymore.
Oh yes, a perfect example is Demon Souls. Demon Souls was definitely one of those games. Like I mean, I love that game. Demon Souls was one of my favorite PS3 games, but it's very 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 hard. It's like blocking it is your friend, and if you make one mistake or so, you're going back to the checkpoint or so. And I mean, does that mean like I like the game better than Dark Souls? Because Dark Souls I didn't really care much for. I mean, Demon Souls and Bloodborne are both really hard games, and they do that for a reason. But like, I mean, nothing wrong with the game. I like them. It's just that they frustrate you where you just want to just give up and everything. It's like there are certain games that are like overly hard for like no reason. Like perfect example, the original Tekken. The original Tekken has some balance issue to where like the characters can become overpowered sometimes, and the only way for you to beat them is like you do like a flying jump kick or so, and just like or just keep crouching down and using the low kick and stuff, and that's basically it. But still, it's not the best thing to do, and because like if you're trying to go for a record to unlock a character like that by not dying at all, it does affect you too, because like it just does. Like some of the characters, like in the real Tekken, there's a character Jack. He's very bulky and slow, and Yoshimitsu. Funny thing is about Yoshimitsu, like he's a ninja of the Manji Party from space. He has a sword, and he sucks in almost all the demo in all the when he sees a demo, he sucks in all the demos. He's either player one or so, and it's like I've always seen him win a demo at least as player one at least one or two times and stuff. To myself, it's like every time you're watching every time you watch you think he's gonna win this time, but no he loses. Some of them could be very close or so or whatever. It's just like it's one of those things because like some of my friends know like my friends Casual Gamer, Dr. Morbus, and Just 1983 know that I like demo track modes and fighting games because they're fun to watch. I mean, I just like them for some reason.
Yeah, so is that your favorite genre, the fighter games, or do you prefer, I don't know, sport or horror, or I don't know, what is your favorite genre?
It kind of varies. I mean, Tekken is my favorite franchise, but I like other franchises for genres just as much. Like I like fighting, I like survival horror, I like action adventure, I like third person, first person. I like racing and driving games. I do not like strategy games. Strategy games are not my favorite. I don't like them. I think strategy games are so boring. So all you're doing is like telling someone,
say what you think, Tony.
Yeah, it's like strategy games. They're like so boring. Like tell you, click the move your player here, click to move the person here, and it's so boring. It's like
that sounds all right.
It's like you have more fun messing with a menu on a DVD or a Blu-ray disc than playing a strategy game. Like, I'm sure people were probably gonna ask me, "Are you ever interviewed strategy games?" The answer is no. I mean, that's why, because like I remember like I did have some strategy games too, but when I found there's strategy, I just lost interest. I mean, I'm not all. I don't like tactical RPGs either. Like tactical RPGs have like strategy and feel to it, and just not worth it in the end. Just like tactical. I mean, I like Japanese role playing games and regular role playing games, but tactical, not so much. Not so much with tactical role playing games at all.
Some of the games now, like for example, The Witcher, which I know Gamer Girl Jessie's played, which is awesome. That went on, and they've done a wonderful series on TV about The Witcher, which I presume came from the game. Did that originate from like a magazine?
I'm not you. I'm not. You're asking the wrong person. I am not a Witcher fan. I never cared for the Witcher or anything like that.
Oh, perhaps we can get a bit of.
I know Jessie's played the Witcher game.
Yeah, I just said that.
Yeah, I mean, like I saw one of her videos where she was playing, where she played a video of her playing Left 4 Dead 2 or so. Never really cared for Left 4 Dead. I mean, I like first person shooters, but the first person shooters with zombies have been kind of done to death. That's why I never really cared for Left 4 Dead. So yeah, that's because like it's just
This is why I love your channel though, Tony. You're so honest and like
Yeah.
it's so much fun to watch because even if you disagree with you, it's just really fun like sometimes to hear people rant. Like I love it. And you do say the positive things too, but it's just really, really refreshing, I think.
Yes,
yeah, I mean, like
indeed.
you don't want to sugarcoat stuff like that because like there are a lot of professional critics at that like will give a game like a great story just because they're paid to and stuff. Like perfect
Yeah.
example.
Oh yeah.
Perfect
Mm.
example, The Last of Us Part 2. I will admit, I did like that game. People were bashing the game, but then when you play the game and stuff, and you look back at it, you realize that the game is not as good as you thought it was. But it's not that good at all because I'm also a fan of the crappy games Wikia, and they mentioned some valid points there, and I made me realize what did I like about Last of Us Part 2. I mean, like I can see where it's come from. Like all the characters change, and I spoil for people. The main character of the first game, Joel Miller, gets killed off at the first few hours in the game, and that was a big problem for a lot of people because it changed a lot of people's personalities and stuff. And
Mm.
and like because there was a script leak for the game, and we found out that Joel Miller died in the game, and like it changed a lot of people. And you play, and for the second half of the game, you play as Abby, the person who killed Joel, and that was like a what the fuck one because it said with all the trailers and everything, so you're gonna
Indeed.
play as
Yeah, that's a little bit weird, isn't it?
yeah
Yeah, I
yeah
don't know
because
if
it said you're gonna
I
play
agree
as
with you on that. That's a bit weird.
because the trailers and everything, and E3 said you're gonna play as Ellie this time instead. But then they throw you a bonus. They only play as Abby. Now you're starting back from the beginning just as Abby and just show you why she killed Joel, and just Abby was not very likable. But I mean, I do feel bad for the voice actress Laura Bailey who got death threats and everything. I mean, I wouldn't wish death on something like that because like one, it's not her.
Oh,
It's
that's
not.
a bit dark, isn't it? No, I
It's
don't think
not.
I
Yeah, I mean,
fancy.
like it's not Laura Bailey's fault that the game was bad. I mean, that's not her fault that Abby was an unlikable character. All Laura Bailey did was voice Abby. I mean, she didn't know what was going to happen. I mean, so why blame? It shouldn't be blaming her for that. I mean, like it's just, I like Naughty Dog, but and I like the original Last of Us and Last of Us Left Behind, but Last of Us Part 2 was just not that good. I mean, it's just
Mm.
that like it turned a lot of the characters into unlikable jerks and stuff.
Yeah,
You need to have some relatable characters that you
I
really
think
like, don't you?
so.
Especially when you're playing as them. They have to be somehow
That you can
relatable
invest in them. Yeah,
or at
yeah.
least likable in some way. But I feel
Mm.
sorry for that voice actor.
Mm.
Like
Yeah, I
that
mean,
breaks
like
my heart when that happens.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like it's just like it's just like sure, like Laura Bailey was not as good as like in Silent Hill HD collection of Silent Hill 3, but still like she is a great voice actress all overall and stuff. I mean, she does a
Mm.
lot of anime dubs. I'm not a fan of anime dubs, or I like anime subs better, but still, yeah, that's what it is. Because
Mm.
like
Yeah.
that, it's another thing of a game being overhyped and people not liking it. A lot of people overhype a game and it's not as good as they think it is. They're just gonna like they're gonna start bashing the game overall and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's check the chat, Lucy. There seems to be a lot going on.
I know.
yeah.
I've just seen we've got some more people. I'm so excited. Darissa's here from Darissa Vlog.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome, welcome. I think did you do an origami video today whilst we're talking about Japan, Darissa? I feel like I saw something pop up which looked really interesting. Justin Hostin's
Ah,
here.
good friend. Hi, Justin. Lovely
Hi,
to
Justin.
not
Welcome.
see you, but to
Virtually
Hello,
see
Justin.
you.
Even though you don't know me.
Yeah, I know. I always say see you in the chat, and then I'm like, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
But lovely to see you, Justin. Welcome, welcome. And Big Hugh Art. Hi everyone.
hi.
Always late to the party. Hey, we're just happy to see you.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah, so you too.
Yeah.
Happy to quote unquote see you. Yeah.
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 Oh, and I think Nathy's heading off. Thank you so much for coming,
Yes,
Nathy.
thank you,
I
Nathy.
gotta stop calling him Nathy B.
I know.
Thank you for
Nathan.
coming.
Nathan, yeah. I figured yeah, I figured that was Nathan, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you start calling people by their channel names though? I do that all the time. Like I'm like,
Well-
oh, the Brit Girls, you're TTBurger. That's just how it is.
Well, it depends if I know the person's name. I know my episode or so because like I knew you. I've known you as Lucy, so I call you Lucy. But me people, it turns out people call me 'cause I say my name in my channel in my videos, so people call me whatever they want. So it doesn't really bother me. So I'll call them whatever they want to be called. Like if they want to be called by their real name, then I'll call them by their real name. If they want to be called by their username, then I do that.
Yeah, some people prefer it. They don't want their real name out there on YouTube, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tony, I'm sure you don't get any, but I mean, we do sometimes. How do you deal with negative feedback? What is your opinion if somebody puts a comment? Do you ignore it, or does it just depend? Do you answer it, and do you appreciate sometimes that you get negative comments? What's your take on that?
That is a tough question there, Julie, because negativity comes in all different types of forms on YouTube. Like it could just be like someone just like saying, "Oh, your video can do better," stuff like that, or you got flat out trolls that will just bash for no reason. Like when it comes to the trolls, it's good to ignore the trolls because trolls, those trolls are just trying to get a reaction out of the person, and it's good to ignore the trolls. But if someone is just giving you like fair criticism and start that, then you try to respond to those, because like you can't be like all bash that, because like if you talk about there's people who can't take criticism, so they will get all worked up and everything like that. Because I don't know if you saw that episode of Kitchen Nightmares with Amy's Bake Company, how they were like how they couldn't take the criticism at all, but people were like going in there like what you call it, where they were like people couldn't take it, people didn't like the food, so they said they just get upset with the customers like that. Yeah, it's like that. But I mean, like I try to be fair to the people. I mean, if people don't like my videos, they don't have to like them, because if they don't send a like, then feel free to comment. Just don't like not say anything. So it's, I mean, if they have a problem with the video, it's always good to comment, so I know how to improve and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think being able to differentiate between those two types of negativity is really important, because we're all looking to learn and grow and improve. And maybe sometimes, even if it's said in a nasty way, there is something, perhaps some truth to it that your channel could maybe benefit from. And I actually, we've had a few where it's like, oh, that was a bit nasty, but actually there is something, that we could learn.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're not perfect, obviously.
Yeah,
and
nobody's perfect at that. I mean, no one's perfect
exactly.
at making the best videos ever. I mean, sure. I mean, I don't have the best equipment to like make videos like that, but I hope like whenever I get my own place, which I'd like to get some better equipment to like better videos and stuff, and hope to like get a green screen too, to do some green screen stuff in the future.
We've got a green screen, but we were cheap and didn't buy the things to hang it up on. So we've had a few disasters with our green screen. So it's just hanging in my closet at the moment.
Yeah, we'll try again with the green screen.
I do have a green screen too, but it's too small because I used it. I mean, it wasn't a very big green screen. It doesn't cover up the whole wall. So like it's just that I would, in order for me to have it, I had to get a very long cloth green screen cloth to work. So that's why.
Yeah, it's not as easy as you originally think it's going to be, the green screen.
It gets all pixelated, and you can, unless you, I mean, I was doing it in a scene, I was ironing it, and then I got a little kind of a iron splash on it, and then it was still creased, so it still looked pretty awful. So that kind of got hurled away into the closet, and then we're going to have to rethink it at some point.
Yeah,
I know, because like it's just that I've tried using green screen before, but just that green screen is more complicated than it seems. It doesn't matter like how good of a filmmaker you are. You got to be very good at that stuff.
Yeah,
I think so.
And actually, if it's not going to be good green screen, you sometimes wonder if it's better not to have it at all, because it can just be a bit distracting sometimes if it's going wrong.
I think the lighting helps as well. So I think that's part of what we need to look at. We're sort of gradually improving things like lighting, and we've got a way to go, but a bit at a time.
Definitely there, because like I know of like in the past, like some people have asked me, would I ever have like storylines in my game reviews like that? The question of the answer to that is no, because like storylines and game reviews don't mix well and stuff. I mean, it's just like sure, like some people can do it and do like storylines like that to add like some to have like events to their characters and more to their character, but if you think about it, though, it's just good to just like get to the point and just talk about like the game reviews that like you own and stuff too. I mean, like, because like it's just that I'm just a guy who makes PlayStation video games, and like wears a PlayStation shirt and stuff for it. So when we do that, because like I add to my wardrobe like this here and the one you saw, like the other one that had the gray one that had PlayStation on, that was my birthday. So yeah, that just like I try to add to my wardrobe, but still like I try to like keep my wardrobe as big as I can because I can have like a lot of shirts to wear because like the picture of me in the picture set you I still wear that one but just that this is the newer shirt I'm gonna wear this one a little bit here
Yeah,
before
that's
switching
cool.
back.
Yeah. I love your logo on your channel too. That's really cool.
Oh,
Did you
thank you.
design your logo?
No, actually, a guy from Australia named Demonic Panda created it for me because like my I don't know if you saw my older logo that said TT88 and stuff and had it was like a PlayStation thing like that. A friend of mine named Casual Gamer designed it for me, but then like I just figured like it was a new year, it was time for stuff new because like you want to keep you can't keep the same logo forever, but just that this logo may be around for a while because so then or because like I think like well, when I feel like it's time for a new logo so that I will create a new logo. But right now, this is the one I was sticking for a while, so that's
Yeah.
what it'll be.
Yeah.
No, it's very cool. We
It's
need a logo.
eye-catching.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
still haven't got
We'll
round to
reach
getting
out
a
to
logo.
Demonic Panda and see if he can
Yeah.
do us a logo.
Yeah. I haven't been able to get to be able to contact him. He hasn't been on Discord lately and stuff like that. But like yeah, like I'll try to message him sometimes, see how he's doing and stuff like that. And the opening video was not made by me either. Like my friend from Germany by the name of Razorblade1812, he made it for me because what happened was it like I was stumbling across YouTube, right? And I saw it in my recommendations custom PlayStation intro, and I wanted to mess around with it, but just like I showed it to Razorblade12, my custom version, and so like he decided to help me out there, and he made the video for me. He made like the opening for me, and that's the kind I've been using ever since. Like there were two versions for it. Like one of them was like was like a little bit older, like had the PlayStation logo in it. But then when Demonic Panda made the new logo that was PlayStation looking, that's when we started to switch it around a little bit there. And
Yeah, no, very cool.
Interesting.
We have got a chibi now, haven't we? Thanks. Is that the right pronunciation? Thanks to gamer girl Jessie, who did a wonderful
Yeah.
chibi drawing of us.
Yeah.
So we should use that again.
And if you haven't seen that video that Jessie did, I don't know if you've seen that, Tony, where she drew us on her animation software. Oh my gosh, it's so interesting.
I
so
did
cool.
see that. I did see that. But I asked Jessie how she got to be a guest in the video, and then that's what kind of got me to ask you guys too. Thinking, well, cool. Jessie got to be in Lucy's video, so that I want to have me on there, and it happened.
Well, we appreciate it very much. We love getting other people on, don't we?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. And if you are in the chat, would you please do us a huge favor and give us a like, a thumbs up? That would be awesome. And if you've got a question, now is the time. I'd just like to tell you who's on next week. Let me just get my piece of paper so I get it right. So next week, we've got a fantastic guest called Jessie, and her channel is called Encompass Life Guides. So she deals with plant-based diet, exercise, essential oils, and energy work. So something completely different. Yeah, I feel we're going to learn an awful lot, Lucy.
I feel like we are. Yeah, every week we learn something. Yeah, and that's so interesting.
It is. It is.
And what I love about you as well, Tony, is you are so intelligent about this subject. You know so much about it, but you explain it in such a way that people like us, who don't really know a lot about this subject,
and who are not intelligent.
Well, yeah. Well, thank you, Lucy. Thank you, Julie.
Yeah, we understand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So Mum just said it, but if you have a question for Tony about YouTube, gaming, life, anything like that, pop it in the chat now, and I'll ask him our final question that we ask to all our guests. Tony, if you could boil down everything you've learned on your YouTube journey so far and offer it as a piece of advice for someone who's maybe thinking of starting a YouTube channel or who maybe has just started a small YouTube channel, what advice could you offer to another YouTuber?
Well, the best advice I can give is don't give up because like I know your channel will be small and you're not gonna have as many subscribers or viewers like that, but the best thing you can do is don't give up because like if you give up, you're not going to get anywhere on YouTube. But me, like, I will admit when I first started, I had thoughts about giving up because I wasn't getting many good subscribers. But I told myself, I know it's just the beginning, so I'm going to keep going and just like keep doing my life. I mean, I love making videos, but I would love to make a career on YouTube too if you just start that. Because like it'd be great to like get a career just making videos like that. Because it would be great because like just you your video, the games at that, and make a living on that'd be a great way to do that. I mean, of course, like I of course, like I mainly do it for fun, and I like to show people my content and my videos to that because like certain games like people that grew up with that I grew up with a lot of people haven't heard of like this game here, Vex. I mean, a lot of people probably don't know about this game or like the Cool Boys games or Vigilante 8 or so like or a lot of the games that I talked about. And the best advice I can give you is not give up. If you want to make a video about something, feel free to. If you're nervous about wanting what the content will be, still you need to do it. Don't because like if you're nervous to that and don't try, you're still gonna wonder what's gonna happen. You're not gonna get you anywhere. So the best advice I can give you to people who are starting off on YouTube is to not give up. Keep going, keep pushing yourself to keep making the content because you'll never know what one video or so will get you popular and start that and get you featured and stuff too. So that's why you must keep going, just keep trying and don't give up.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's such a good piece of advice because there are days out there where it sometimes feels very hard if your video doesn't get many views or like we're saying, if you get some negative criticism or something. But yeah, if you love what you're doing, then don't give up because you know this is a great journey.
Yeah, it is because like even when I first started, I wasn't sure I wasn't sure how what would happen. But then like I remember like my very first video, Aquanaut's Holiday, was on a boring underwater simulation game. And like sure, I made two reviews. Like one of them, the first one I had it was on crappy audio quality, and wasn't wearing one of my trademark shirts. So it was just like it got me popular somewhat, but still like it just like I knew there was going to be improved to come in my videos definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a question.
We have a question. Well, we have a comment first from Big Q Art who say, great advice. It's such a roller coaster. Yes, it is.
It is definitely.
Yeah, for sure. And then Justin says, hi, Tony. How much time is involved in the overall production process? Episode planning, recording, editing, etc. For example, is 5 minutes of YouTube content like 6 hours of real-time work?
That is a tough question there because like it's just it depends on how long the game is like that. Like with Vigilante 8, Vigilante 8 Second Offense and stuff like that. Like they were comic games and I just picked my favorite character and just started going through it and stuff. But of course like trying to beat the game and stuff like that, it takes like about like for that game it took about like a couple hours like that. But like depending on how long the games are, like an RPG or so, that'll take you a while. Or if like Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy is gonna take like 8 or 10 hours, so because like those are games that feel like I play like movies so that you're trying to reach the end, so you can get all the key points there. So it depends too, like because like you got real life in the way, working in the way, and stuff and stuff and art instinct in the way. So it's time consuming, but still like you try your best to like to like match it all so you can keep posting your videos out because I try to post my videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but just that sometimes things get in the way where you don't have time to release them like every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So like if it happens though, like I'll just release them on like a Thursday or so. Or sometimes I'll release them on like Monday or Thursday. Or I'll do Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, or it's Monday or Wednesday or Monday or Friday, depending on like what my schedule is and stuff is what it is.
Yeah, you have to be a little bit kind to yourself sometimes, don't you? Like we've sometimes felt like we're killing ourselves trying to get these videos out on time. It's great to hear that you can offer yourself some flexibility.
And I think we need to do that
because I try to get my videos uploaded by midnight by midnight Monday, midnight Wednesday, midnight Friday, because like so in case you have something going on next day, you want to worry about like keeping your computer on overnight or so like that to try and get it all done and stuff because keep your computer overnight, it's just not very good for your computer. They can weaken it.
That's a good piece of advice. You have to be kind to your technology as well.
Sure.
Definitely.
And you don't want to just put stuff out that isn't as good as your other stuff either. You want to always try to make it as good as you possibly can, and that does take time. And everything in the process takes quite a long time, much longer than you think. So it's a great question, Justin.
Definitely. Thank you, Justin.
Yeah, thanks so much for that, Justin. And Big Q Arts also say, great question, Justin. And they'd be interested in what the average is. Can you give an average, like how long it takes you from start to finish to make a video, or is that difficult?
That's a difficult question because it varies based on the game. So I don't
Yeah.
really I don't have that's a difficult question for me to answer because like if it was like one type of game, I would be able to give a straight answer. But there's different type of games I review all the time. That's a difficult question to answer.
Yeah. Yeah, because you'll sometimes do like you'll do a series, won't you? Like you'll do several videos
Yes,
about the same game. Presumably
I
those are
main
the longer
yes,
games.
I mainly do that because like I don't know, just like usually I'm just gonna do like single part videos, but then one day I decide like I just want to do a whole series or so because it's good to like talk about all the series like for Cool Borders here I haven't reviewed Cool Borders yet. Cool Borders is like there's like five of them. One of them's a spin-off, and there's four of them. If I were to do Cool Boys, I'd just focus on the four of them because those are the four main ones. I mean, spin-offs. I'm not really big into spin-offs or anything like that because it's just not. But it all depends on like what the spin-off or anything. Like, for example, like Tekken Tag Tournament is a spin-off to like the original Tekken. That's a fine spin-off because it's just basically it's still Tekken with fighting, just it's got like a tag feature in it, so that's fine. But if, like there's got like characters I don't care about, so just like it just makes it totally different. Then yeah, not gonna care, not gonna care.
No. Have you got a very favorite game? I mean, I'm sure that's an
Oh,
impossible question, but
oh, that actually needs a question. Tekken 3 is my favorite video game of all time. I love Tekken 3. Everything about the game is perfect, and I reviewed that game when I first started, but I'm gonna redo the Tekken series because
oh, cool.
I told people about I redo my older videos, which is that every time I want to do it, I think of games I haven't reviewed yet, so that's why.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll look
Oh,
forward to
wow, we're so
that.
excited for that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll be brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Because if I were to redo the Tekken games, that'll be a 10 part video because there's so many of them, and I know. Yeah, I saw your eyes grew wide open there, Julie, because like there's like 10 parts to that stuff, including the spin-offs,
Oh,
one of the spin-offs and stuff too. So that'd be a long one and stuff. I mean,
yeah.
I'm hoping by like 2021 to start 2021, I'll start redoing my older videos like that because one of the reasons is because I used to script my videos and it's not like I'm talking, it's like I'm reading from a script. I don't like that, so I want to redo it stuff because
Right.
my Tekken videos were very long because I talked about all the characters and why they're there, and it ended up being like 20, 25, 30 minutes long, and they shouldn't be that long. So it's good to just like shorten them and stuff and just get right to the point.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's great, isn't it? Especially they're your favorites to redo them how you now have learned the best way to do them
Mm-hmm.
is a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
They'll be called TTBurger remastered reviews because like it's like when you
Okay.
remaster games or remaster movies, it's gonna be a remaster review with using
Cool.
the. Not all of them will be remastered. Like I know, like some of the Barbie games I had reviewed, those will not be redone. The American Action ones, yeah, those will be redone. Spring Change, which no, that won't be done because you saw those games are broken and stuff. That I broke them because I broke them like the Spring Change, which one broken pieces. That one I have cause I didn't like how the game was turned out.
Yeah, well, that's very exciting. And actually, it'd be really interesting to watch the originals and like your original reviews and then see how you do it differently now.
Oh, yes,
Might
definitely.
have to put some time aside to do that for sure.
Yeah, a bit of binge watching there. Lucy.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because like I'm not gonna delete the older videos. I'm gonna keep them the old ones up there because like people do all the time. Like Ali RX89, whatever his name is, 87 or whatever. He does that to his videos. He keeps the older ones up and then uploads a newer version. He'll keep them both up there.
Yeah, for
I think it's
sure.
good
But yeah,
too,
you don't want to
yeah.
like because if you delete the video, you also lose your watch time, don't you? So
Yeah, we don't
just
want
from
to
a
do
practical perspective.
that.
And we've all got videos sitting there that we wish they weren't there. Back
Do
in
we?
the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hope they just discreetly sort of
They're buried under the pile.
Yeah.
Well, Tony, this has been honestly so interesting to talk to you. It's been really nice to kind of meet you face to face, as it were. And
me too, Lucy. I've seen your face in videos. I know you've seen my face in videos too, but meet face to face for some. Yeah, it was definitely fun.
Yeah, it's fun to see you
Definitely.
and talk to you. And thank you so much, everybody, for joining in with the chat. It's lovely to have you on board, and it's been fantastic. You've been a great guest, and it's been so interesting. We've learned such a lot, Tony. So thank you very, very much.
You're welcome, Julie. Lucy, thank you for having me on here. I had fun doing this, definitely.
Oh, good.
Okay, cool.
That's awesome.
So if you out there want to come on Girls Live, Share the Love Sundays, let us know.
Yes, please
Yep.
do. We're always open to suggestions.
Okay, well, take care, everyone. Bye for now.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye, Lucy. Bye, Julie. Bye, everybody.